This is Radio 1 FM, testing on 98.8 megahertz. Yes, Radio 1 FM is coming soon on this frequency. Switch on date is Thursday, the 1st of September. No more mushy medium wave with all that interference. From the 1st of September on this frequency, you'll be able to hear Radio 1 in clear, exciting FM stereo. Make a note of the frequency, 98.8 megahertz for Radio 1 FM. From the 1st of September, at this point on your dial, wake up to Adrian and John at 5:30 in the morning. Then let Simon Mayo and the breakfast crew get you going for the day ahead. Then at 9:30, remember those very special moments in your life on the Golden Hour with Simon Bates. And don't forget our tune, lovers, at 11. Then there's Gary Davis over lunch, Steve Wright and his afternoon posse at 3. Then comes the 5:30 news beat. All the news to keep you up to date, told in the way you want to hear it. Bruno Brookes has the dance charts and more great drive-time music. And then at 7:30, nighttime radio takes over. Liz Kershaw with her regular team, including John Walters, give you a special view of the sharp end of the music biz. Followed at 10 by the unique John Peel. And that's just Monday to Thursday. There's even more during the rest of the week. The best music and the best shows, all on Radio 1. From Thursday the 1st of September, tell all your friends that you know where to find us and mark it on the dial, 98.8 FM.
Stereo Radio 1, are you tuned to FM for all your favorite music?
This is 98.8 megahertz. Stand by for Radio 1 FM from 12 noon today. This is 98.8 megahertz. Stand by for Radio 1 FM from 12 noon today.
Radio 1 FM.
And finally this lunchtime, we're making the news ourselves today because Scotland, the North and the Midlands are joining the London area in listening to Radio 1 in stereo. The historic day began at 8 o'clock this morning when Bros switched on the transmitter serving Scotland.
3, 2, 1, in goes the switch.
The radio of the future is here today.
Today's big switch on means 65% of the country's population can now hear us in stereo. And from tonight, you'll be able to watch Top of the Pops on the telly and hear it in stereo on the network. And as Simon Mayo explains, Stereo Radio 1 will revolutionise radio listening.
Obviously, stereo singles have been around for an awful long time, but I think there'll be a greater stereo awareness because just talking to people on the phone this morning, they've been saying, at last, we've been waiting for this for so long. You know, year by year we said, oh, when will Radio 1 get FM? So I think perhaps while it's still a bit of a novelty for Radio 1 to be FM, there will be all sorts of twiddly little bits happening left and right and all that. So.
And the fun thing is that I can be over here in this part of the room.
And I can be well over here in the corner as though I've got nothing to do with it.
And we can talk across the room, can't we?
Yes, we could even change sides if we were very clever.
Let's see if we can change sides. Well, I'll continue talking and you can perhaps hear me walking across the room towards you, Simon, and perhaps you could walk back towards me?
Yes, I mean, how do you do that? That's just sounding very, very uncanny. And now I'm over here. Quite remarkable.
And I'm over here. Let's have a listen to some of the records that sound quite good now we've got some stereo sound.
OK, now, for example, the Beatles on Sgt. Pepper, When I'm 64, sounds great in mono, but in stereo with all the bits flying all over the place, quite brilliant.
I could be handy mending a fuse when your lights have gone. You can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday mornings go for a ride.
And I think one of the Queen albums as well.
Yes, Night at the Opera has perhaps one of the all-time brilliant stereo tracks with voices coming from everywhere.
La, 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 la.
And in the chart at the moment, an ex-breakfast show record of the week.
Oh, well spotted, Sybil, yes. Yellow and the Race is a great track, but they seem to have highlighted the use of stereo because the racing car goes from left to right and then right to left.
And get both ears ready in the north of England, because I understand the big switch on there should happen very shortly. We're back with a stereo update on Radio 1 at 1:30.
What an exciting day. Thank you, Ian. Yes, indeed. North of England, we will turn you on in less than 15 minutes from right now. Right, what would Lord Reith have made of this? North of England, we're about to turn you on in stereo. You'll be able to find us in 1 minute and 45 seconds on 98.8 on VHF in stereo. This is basically Yorkshire and Lancashire we're about to turn on right now. Let's go up to Manchester and DLT and friends. Are you with us?
Yes, of course I'm with you.
An historic moment.
It is an historic moment. Actually, this is definitely more exciting than switching on Blackpool Illuminations.
Yes.
We're talking about a fairly serious day today, and I am all of a jitter. I mean, because for the first time, the whole of the north is going to go zap.
Wow.
We're going to pull this switch in 1 minute and 15 seconds, and all the lights in South Wales are going to dim. But we want to tell our listeners not to panic. This is quite normal when you switch a mega transmitter of these proportions on. I also have with me a young up-and-coming group who I think, if they were played enough on Radio 1, would do quite well. Hello, Bros boys.
Hello, how you doing? All right?
We've got Matt, Luke and Craig with us here. We're going to talk about their exploits actually trying to get here by helicopter in a short while from now. But time marches on. We've got 45 seconds. Boys,
45
yes,
seconds to go.
this is very exciting. 98.8 megahertz. You're going to find us in the middle of the dial, and it's all happening shortly. I've just got to tell you that we are not actually at the Home Moss transmitter. We're at Broadcasting House in Manchester, but of course we can't mention that because of all the Bros fans who'll rush here in a second. But we have a wire attached from here, going through Woodhead.
25.
Just going it's on the edge of the Snake Pass, and it's connected directly to the
20
transmitter.
seconds to go.
Will you shut up, Scott? This is exciting. Boys, put your finger on the buttons now. Get ready. All fingers on that button. We're going to do a countdown in a second. Everybody in the
Ground
studio
control,
here.
stand by.
We are ready to
10,
go
9,
FM in a big way. Are you ready?
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the button. All right. Good grief. We're talking a lot of noise here. Calm that audience down.
Okay, let me fade him now.
He's got a bunch of
It's
losers
all
in there.
yours. It's all yours.
Thank you very much. It's awfully kind of you, Roger. Now then, boys.
Yeah.
That was an exhilarating moment. Did you feel the pulse of Radio 1 quickening as you pressed that button? Can I just say one thing? First of all, you've had a bit of trouble today, but nevertheless you've come through it all with flying colours. Up in Scotland, switching on the transmitter up there this morning.
Yeah.
Helicopter, we heard what we didn't want to hear down here. There's a ceiling of 400 feet, and we need 500 to land, so we thought, hello, rush around, changing plans, and here you are. How's your day been, first of all? Because it started fairly early, didn't it?
Yeah, 5:30 we were
5:30
up,
up,
so-
yeah.
That's nothing. I used to get up at 3 o'clock when I did the breakfast show. We lived in a shoebox.
You gotta be
We got
joking.
a lot of your fans have turned up here. Somehow or other they found out you're going to be here. Now, I must make one little point before we go any further.
show we did earlier, was it?
No, nothing at all.
No.
The one thing that seems to be consistent with you fellas is that that you have a great loyalty to your fans. And I don't know whether I'm imagining that or not, but I remember, do you remember the HMV store?
Definitely, 8,000.
Because that was the first time that I was aware that there were going to be vast crowds for Bros. And when you were there, or on the news, you were talking about you're going to make sure you sign all the autographs before you go. Is this a conscious effort on your
Definitely.
part?
I mean, we're really very conscious on being loyal to our fans because I think they're very, or more than very, loyal to us. And, you know, if they come out in the rain, we've got to go out in the rain. You know, it's like, you know, we
things
we
like
love them more than anything.
It's like people become successful and the team base basically get them there. And then once they think they're safe enough, they say, oh, we don't want teenage fans. And the teenage fans got to see where we are, and we never ever turn them away. We love them, and hopefully, as we grow up, they'll grow up with us.
Yeah.
And it's not, people say, oh, it's too corny to be true, but we do love them and we do care about them, and they keep us where we are.
Don't you feel exhilarated as well that I Quit now is going to be heard in superb stereo all over the north of Britain? I just want to tell people out there, because it is a very exciting time, about the FM. You've heard about it, you've heard the build-up, and of course there are areas in Great Britain which we are getting round to as fast as we can. But at the moment, now we're on 98.8 in the north, and it goes out as far as sort of Lancaster, up in the northwest, up to Scarborough, Darlington, Lincoln, Nottingham, Stoke-on-Trent, Shrewsbury, Colwyn Bay even gets a signal down there from us. So can I ask all you people out there to bop around on the dial now? It's about the middle of the dial, 98.8, and you're suddenly going to hear us in extremely nice stereo.
Between 98 and 99, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's between, yeah, it is, absolutely. And in fact, 99 being the operative word, because we've got some balloons which were set off as you press the button from the Home Moss transmitter. And they've got tags attached, and anybody who finds these balloons, we're talking about serious prizes here, so look out for the balloons, return the tag to the address on the label before the 30th of September, and you're going to win an FM prize. We're going to have a draw for the best slogan as well, completing the sentence, Radio 1 sounds so much better on FM because... Mm-hmm. Yes, and you'll be able to say, because I got a nice new radio and it's all clean. Not more than 10 more words, and win a Radio 1 FM Super Pack. So there's all sorts of prizes if you pick up those tags. It's actually funny because having pressed the button now, it's almost an anticlimax, isn't it, in many ways? Because you press the button, we're on now. We feel like we've been there forever, right?
Yeah, we're happening. We're happening.
So, what are you... Is that a sigh from Roger, I hear?
No, I'm just so excited I'm going to have to have a quick nap.
Really?
I've just overdosed on excitement here in the studio.
I know, it's frightening, isn't it? It's too much. Boys, before you disappear, can I ask you about the second tour that you're doing now? Because there are rumours that you're actually going to be in Britain.
There is a few rumours, but I think we might be doing some dates in December time.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing. It starts in October. Japan, Australia, Europe, and England, and we end up in England in December. That's the whole of England, including London and everything.
Okay. Well, I Quit's going to be heard a heck of a lot on Radio 1. I know. First play this morning on Radio 1. Thank you very much indeed. I know you haven't finished yet because you're off to Birmingham. You're going to do some more switching around down there.
Yeah.
On behalf of all your fans and us, thanks for coming to help us celebrate what is a very important occasion for Radio 1. Don't forget, all you lot out there, start flicking immediately. 98.8. You're going to find us in glorious stereo FM. From Manchester, from Bros. Oh, I'll tell you what, how about a live jingle? Can you do one of those for us? A quick one.
I'll do Steve one. All right.
Yeah.
Isn't this lovely? Radio 1 FM. How's that?
Excellent.
Mate.
Slightly professional.
Brilliant.
That's Matt. We're going to leave it to you now, kid, because we're going to sit down here and have a celebratory glass of Perrier, and that's it, mate.
Okay, Dave. Thank you, and thank you, guys. That was
Thank
terrific.
you, mate. Thank you. Bye.
There is only one FM.
I Quit. There's Bros, and thank you to them and to DLT for turning us on in the north. North of England, basically Yorkshire, Lancashire, 98.8 FM is where you can find Radio 1 right now and forever.
Radio 1 FM.
Howard Pitfield from Lincoln City called to say, sounds great on 98.8. Well done, Howard. Paul Bessie in Shirebrook says, sounds brilliant. Great day for Derbyshire. They're in stereo. Alan Petroni from Manchester, loud and clear in FM. And Louise Compton in Birmingham says, it's fabulous. Russia, Jane Whelan, Radio 1, now in stereo in central Scotland and the north of England, and later on this afternoon, Peter Powell and Bros will be turning on the Midlands.
Hello, boys. Sidney here.
Hello, Sydney.
Yes. Hello. Oh, how are you?
I'm very well, and I haven't spoken to you for what?
No, I've been busy. I'll tell you who I liked on there.
Who?
That boy you had on, the American boy, the other day. He made me laugh, he did. Yes, him.
Robin Williams.
Yes, Robin Williams. You had to think twice, didn't you?
Oh, well,
yes, he's very entertaining, that boy is.
Well, do you want to sign him?
Hey?
Do you want to sign him up?
No. I've got enough on my plate as it is. I've got some of the big names over here now, but...
have you still got that act with the spinning bow tie?
Yes, I've got all of them boys. I've got the hula hoop boys. I've got... I can't say too much now because you've... competition, you know, very cutthroat in this business.
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't want to give too much away.
Have you still got that woman who plays the fish bowls?
Yes, I've got all of that. I've got a variety act. It's all coming back, variety is.
Sure.
But I can't say nothing. I've got some figures and facts and figures for you later.
Oh, what, the FM figures?
Yes, that's right.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you later, Sid.
Yes, I'll dictate them down the blower.
All right, then, Sid.
I'll just speed up the engineering hut. And I spoke to Chief Sparky up there. He says, I'll give you all the, what's the names? You'll
Right.
get it put out.
Okay, well,
So I just went up there for a bit of wire.
with the Chief Sparky.
Yes, I just went up there for a bit of wire.
Lovely.
The washing line's blown down.
Can we
So he said you can be a bit of aerial
all right,
wire.
then, all right then, Sybil, we'll talk to you
Okay,
later.
yes, I know you're pressed for time now, but I thought I'd ring you. Well, there was a lull.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Ah, it's a good record, but it's not puppy love, is it? Oh yeah, 3:23 and Donny Osmond and Soldier of Love. Okay, Thursday, September 1st, 1988. It's FM Day on Radio 1. Also today, it's a national day in Libya, the opening of the partridge shooting season. The 5th that the Neighbourhood Watch Scheme started in London. 30th that serious race riots erupted in Notting Hill. The government's new £1.4 billion employment training scheme, which replaces the community programme, comes into operation today. The scheme pays £10 on top of dole and other benefits in exchange for 30 hours a week training. Interesting. See how that works out. The new Consumer Protection Act becomes law also today. VAT goes on spectacles, contact lenses, and privately prescribed hearing aids. Under a new Law Society code, solicitors in England and Wales will be free from today to form arrangements with building societies, estate agents and housing developers for the introduction of work. Formal ceasefire in Afghanistan is projected to come into force today. Richard Eyre succeeds Sir Peter Hall as director of the National Theatre. Loads going on today. Closing date in the BBC TV competition for unpublished plays by budding playwrights. A ban on smoking in buses, libraries and discotheques comes into force in Cyprus today. Just in case you're thinking of going over there, all right? It's 3:24, that's what's occurring.
Robin, the Riddler has left us one of his dastardly clues. Riddle me this. Some say it's crude, some say it's dirty, but yes, you can catch it 3 till 5:30. That can only mean one thing. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Radio 1. Radio 1 in the afternoon. You're with the Steve Wright Show.
Lenny Henry has blasted some of his rivals. He says many shows are stupid and unwatchable, and the sitcoms are CRAP. Lenny never listens to Radio 1, he says. I know that's not true. I know that's not true. And also, he wants the pirates legalized. It looks like it's divorce time, sadly, for Bruce Springsteen and his current wife. And by the way, don't forget the Amnesty Tour kicks off tomorrow. Sting, Peter Gabriel, we'll keep you posted on that.
It's another true story.
Have you ever wondered how much wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yes!
The answer is £700.
It's another true story.
Sid the manager coming back and, well, I know he's going to say hello to you if you're listening on FM.
Hello, boys. Sid here.
Hello.
I know I'm going to say hello to somebody if they're listening on the FM in it.
Yeah, great.
Now, look, I'll tell you what I done this morning. I said I took the old, I got the old Riley out.
Yeah.
And I went up the hut.
Yes.
Hey, you know the hut up Croydon?
Yeah.
Where what's his name is Archie, the BBC Sparky. I said, anybody in there's on the old Morse key, giving it, see, hey?
Beep, 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 beep.
Yes, he's on the old Morse key there. I says, Archie, mind if I pop in? He says, oh, Sid, he says, you know the bloke on one, don't you, right?
Yeah.
Right, he says, yeah, I've been on the old Morse. He hasn't come back to me on the old Morse. He says he knows you've got a cellular in your car, but he doesn't know where you get Morse on it. But he says, hey?
You don't get Morse on a cellular.
That could be the reason why you didn't answer him back. But
Look,
he's been trying for 4 days
Sid,
to get you on there.
Sid, can you just do the frequencies?
Yes. Well, there, look, I've got, have you got a bit of a docket there? Have you got a docket?
I've got a docket.
I'll tell you where I was. As you know, I was down...
Sid, can you just do the frequencies?
Yes, but I was going to say I was down Marleybone. You know I was what's your name?
Yes.
Don't you?
Wait, Sid, can you do the frequencies now?
Yes. There, look here, in the north.
Right.
In the north.
Yes.
If you've got a bandwave on your wireless, get it fixed up to this one. You might need to have it converted. But a gas board do them. 98.8 FM.
Right,
in the north. Hello, can you hear me? 98.8.
Right, in the Midlands?
In the Midlands, 98.4.
Right, hello.
Hello, Midlands. Hello, Midlands.
Scotland.
Sid calling. On left and the right. Hello, Scotland. I have to speak up a bit here. Hello, Scotland.
Yeah.
Yes. 98.6
FM.
They're all the band waves.
Right.
If you haven't got a band wave, if you haven't got FM on your radio,
get one.
No, file off the A and put an FM instead. Make it AM FM.
We'll talk to you later, Sid.
Yes. He's a bit AC/DC, I'll tell you that.
Bye.
Hello.
Radio 1 FM, check it out. 18 minutes to 5 on Radio 1 FM. In a moment, we'll hear about the road show, and hopefully sometime, you heard him promise yesterday afternoon. Where is he? He's let me down. Gary Davis should be phoning me on the cellular. Mind you, the lines are pretty tied up today. And we'll talk to Gary and find out how it's going, and maybe he'll give out the location where he's standing with the cellular phone, and then suddenly he'll be surrounded by people, because he likes that.
The last summer roadshow of 1988. But boy, are we going to go out in style. We're coming to you tomorrow from the West Beach Square in Bournemouth. Now get there early at 10 and we'll be live on Radio 1 at 11. Tomorrow's roadshow, the last summer roadshow at West Beach Square in Bournemouth. See you then.
FM Stereo Day on Radio 1. Who's online?
Radio 1 FM Stereo. My goodness, I don't believe it.
Oh, Jumbo.
The big day has finally arrived.
Oh, yeah.
No days and not counting, as the man said.
Yes, what do you got for us?
Steve, of course, it's the big day for Radio 1, as many people in Scotland, the north of England and the Midlands have got Radio 1 and FM stereo for the first time.
Absolutely.
Now, here, I've got a wee experiment I'd like to try today here from Westminster.
An experiment?
Yes. I've called in on 2 phones today. One on the left of my desk. The other's on the right. Pardon. The other's on the right. Check this out.
Okay.
I'm on the right phone now.
I've got you on the left, but I'm sure it's your right.
Hang on a second.
And now you're on...
Yes, I'm on the right now.
You're on the right now. Okay.
Yes, and I'll go on the left now. Hang on.
Go over left. Oh, left. Yes. Oh.
And now I'm on the left.
Oh, we can hear that.
Yes, now put them together and what do you get?
A cross line.
No, go ahead. Stereo FM Radio 1. Steve.
Yes.
I gave one of the radio announcers a lift into work today.
Really?
You know, we were chatting in the car coming in when suddenly we went under a railway bridge. And you know, I couldn't hear him speak.
I knew you were going to say that. Listen, John, you're on form again. Thank you for being on, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, Steve.
1, 2, 3.
Cheerio now, and crank it up.
Radio 1 News Me.
This evening, leaders of the postal workers ask for more talks, a campaign to wipe out measles and another to get rid of unwanted guns, Bruce Springsteen on the concert tour for human rights, and Brosmania outside our front door.
Newsbeat.
Ian Parkinson reporting. There's been a new development in the postal dispute. The postal workers' leader, Alan Tuff...
Thank you. In fact, they'll be with us shortly.
Here we go!
It's FM Radio 1. Good evening, how you doing? Brookes are here, and they will be in this studio in the next 10 minutes because of other commitments. We're going to bring them on the air as soon as possible. Just a few cups of coffee, and we'll be away in 10 minutes. It's 5:45. It's the studio. Every single track tonight is on compact disc, and we join Top of the Pops at 7 o'clock. 11 minutes to 6. I can tell you there's a fabulous atmosphere here at National Radio 1 today. We really are so happy, and we've all waited such a long time for this very special day where Radio 1 goes FM. And I hope that if you've retuned to FM, you're enjoying what you're hearing so far.
Here's what's happening at Radio 1.
Okay, here's what's happening on this show. As you probably know, as you were listening to News Speech, you will know the fact that Brookes are, at this moment in time, still outside the Radio 1 main building. They're saying hello to their fans and throwing out signatures and photos and all sorts of things. In the next 10 minutes, hopefully, as soon as possible, we'll get them here in the studio for a quick chat, and they'll tell us what they've been doing through the day and what they're planning on doing in the future. There's some news of a tour as well at Christmas time, and so on and so forth. Usual things at 6. We've got to give something away. 6:15, got roulette for you. Predictions for the new chart on Sunday between 6:30 and 6:45. And at 7 o'clock, another first. It's Top of the Pops, a simultaneous broadcast. Live from TV Centre and on National Radio 1 in FM stereo.
There is only one FM.
A special moment for me today as your official compact disc jockey at 5'5". I've always wanted to play every song on CD, and that's what I'm doing. I've literally unplugged the turntables. As far as I'm concerned, they don't exist anymore. I did it. I went to put a CD on the turntable. I knew I'd do it at least once.
Radio 1 Travel News.
Nick Hayward and You're My World. It's Bruno at 6 minutes to 6. Here's the latest ferries, first of all. Sea conditions are rough in the Channel, causing some delay to ferry services. All hover-speed flights to Calais and Boulogne and jet foil sailings to Ostend have been suspended until further notice. The weather has been pretty bad today, actually. Strong winds and heavy rain showers have brought atrocious conditions on many major routes throughout the country. Visibility on some sections of the motorways is very poor. Police appeal to drivers to reduce speed and use their dipped headlights. I was travelling down from Nottingham earlier today on the M1, and very dangerous, a little scary at times, I tell you, all the rain coming from the lorries especially. The M25, the new Dartford Tunnel toll charges seem to be causing delays on the north and southbound approaches to the tunnel. Southbound tailbacks have varied between 4 and 5 miles this morning, and further congestion must be expected during the evening peak period, and it's much the same for northbound traffic as well. What else we got here on the M25? The Surrey section now. Major roadworks near junction 12. That's the M3 Chertsey intersection. Peak hour delays now a regular feature there. Drivers should use this location with extreme care. And the A1M in Hertfordshire, southbound exit at junction 4 near Stevenage. The road is closed from 10 o'clock tonight until 6 a.m. on Friday. It's tomorrow morning. So I wouldn't bother going that way at all. It's going to be stuck altogether. Every single track in FM stereo and on compact disc. So good. Trammy Fisher. Stand by for Bros.
As part of Radio 1's Great FM Switch On, from today and every Thursday at 7 o'clock, you can catch the sound and vision of Top of the Pops in fabulous stereo as Radio 1 teams up with BBC 1 for a regular simulcast.
So make sure you're one of the 30 million people who'll be able to tune in and get Top of the Pops in highest quality FM stereo.
Tonight, you can see me, Steve Wright.
And me, Mark Goodier.
With all those chart hits, including
Bomb the Bass,
Level 42,
Aha and Yes.
Plus, there's this week's highest breakers and a complete rundown of this week's top 40.
So make sure your TV's tuned to BBC 1.
And if you live in central Scotland,
the Midlands,
the north of England,
and the London area, that your radio is tuned to Radio 1 FM. You're having fun here, aren't you?
Oh, I love it. Radio 1 and Top of the Pops together tonight, 7 o'clock. Yo, check it out.
Stereo FM, Britain's favorite Radio 1.
Tonight, it's
the first ever nationwide stereo simulcast.
The man speaks the truth, and here are the frequencies. In central Scotland at 98.6.
Yes, 98.6.
In the north at 98.8 FM.
98.8.
And in the Midlands at 98.4 FM now.
98.4.
Shut up, you lot!
Brilliant. So make sure you turn down the TV sound, switch up Radio 1 FM, and hear crystal clear stereo Top of the Pops. Now, our first band tonight have been away for a long time. Welcome them back straight into 18 in the chart, level 42.
Night time on Radio 1. Radio 1 FM.
Hi, this is Liz Kershaw. Welcome to all our stereo listeners in the North, the Midlands, Scotland and London. Most of the country, in fact, kicking off tonight with the House Martins. House Martins from 1986 and Happy Hour. Did you enjoy Top of the Pops and full radio on stereo? Good, well, stick with us, because coming up between now and 9, we've got Robert Lloyd and the new Four Seasons in session, and Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze will be reviewing the controversial new John Lennon biography. Robert Lloyd and the new Four Seasons, our session band, and the first track from them tonight, Mr. Superior.
Radio 1 FM. Everybody's on
Hey! From 1978, the Rosillos, and I had to play that tonight. This historic night when everybody got Top of the Pops in stereo. Top of the Pops.
Night time on Radio 1. Andy Kershaw.
Hiya.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say your name was? His name's Young MC, and he must be the fastest rapper alive. It comes from his EP, a 12-inch import, and that was called The Fastest Rhyme, My Name Is Young, and it's on the Delicious label. Before Young MC, the Four Brothers from Zimbabwe in the title track of their LP, Makorokoto, on Cooking Vinyl. They triumphed, apparently, at WOMAD last weekend. I say apparently because I missed them. At the time of this triumph, I was stuck in a train at Plymouth railway station with a lot of unruly children called Darryl slapping the ashtrays up and down. And the Four Brothers will be our session guests on this programme next Thursday evening. FM Stereo Radio 1, I'm Andy Kershaw. I have session guest tonight, a repeated 12-year-old kora player from Gambia, West Africa, Parjabati, and a brand new one from this guy. If we're going to rehabilitate the singer-songwriter in 1988, let's put Kevin Coyne at the top of the pile. And that's the song he first recorded on his LP Marjorie Razorblade some years back. Tonight he's in session, his first Radio 1 session in about a decade, I reckon. And that's his opener, called The Chairman's Ball. And he says in the note that he sent us, it's about the annual dance in the mental hospital. And Kevin's no stranger, I should tell you, to the mental hospital. And it was his son Robert Coyne playing electric guitar on that.
Across the UK, for you and me, Britain's favorite Radio 1. Rise and shine on Radio 1. Good morning. Music, Britain's favorite Radio 1. much more music across the UK. Britain's favourite Radio 1. Britain's favourite music station, Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. Radio 1. More music across the UK. For you and me, Britain's favourite Radio 1.
Good morning, it's 5:30, this is Adrian John speaking on Friday the 2nd of September.
Across the UK, Britain's favourite Radio 1. Adrian John.
Well, I mean, it's just wonderful, isn't it? I mean, you know, like being back here, you know, like, especially as I was here yesterday. Okay, so we're switched on in stereo in many parts of the country. If I can find any reference to frequencies, I'll let you know exactly where. Start the show this morning with Jane Whelan. Jane Whelan and his orchestra, and rush hour 26 minutes before 6 o'clock, and this is all very good, isn't it, eh? All comfortable here with my cup of coffee. And my old mate Neil on the technical side, who I haven't seen for ages. Here's the weather.
Radio 1 weather.
Scotland, Northern Ireland and northwestern parts of England, cloudy both today and tonight, with showers or longer periods of rain, some of which will be heavy. Over Wales and the rest of England, a few clear or sunny intervals expected, particularly in eastern England. However, most places will have showers. The showers will be fairly frequent and thundery, especially in Wales and southwest England tomorrow. Most places will be cool and fairly stiff wind is expected over most of England and Wales. Hang on a second. What are they talking about? A fairly stiff wind? A fairly stiff wind? I'm not going to accept that. If the meteorological office is listening, I'm ripping up that weather forecast. That is nonsense. A fairly stiff wind? We are having gales in some parts of the country. Couldn't you get your act together and get us a better weather forecast than that over here? Please, pronto. It's 25 minutes to 6. I'll sort them out. I'll sort them out. I mean, there's people having their thinking roofs blown off in some parts of the country. We're going to go into this in depth. There's going to be an inquiry after the programme. So get on the case. Here's Nick Haywood. This is a good record. Love +1. The sound of Nick Haywood when he was singing with Haircut 100. And that's Love +1. Nick Haywood, of course, back again at the moment with a new single which is super duper. Now, the guy from the meteorological office has just contacted me himself personally. He said, "Listen, Adrian, please, legend," he said. "Legend, we're very sorry. What happened was, honestly," and I got a note here from my mother. He showed me the note. He said is that last night we put out that weather forecast at 6:15, and the best we could predict last night was it was going to be a bit windy. Since then, of course, things have changed dramatically, and by now you should have had an up-to-date weather forecast. We're so sorry. Here it is. So this is the up-to-date one. England and Wales will only have a few sunny intervals today. There'll be showers which will be heavy in places. More northern regions having some prolonged rain, especially this morning. Tonight the showers will largely clear inland before further rain approaches the southwest by dawn. Right. Eastern Scotland having some sunshine, but otherwise Scotland and Northern Ireland dull with periods of rain before it becomes more showery later today or overnight. And this is the strong point. It'll be generally windy, but with gales in the west, and it will feel cool. Not a lot better, is it? The outlook for Saturday and Sunday, further showers, but the south having more persistent rain.
When I'm feeling blue, all I have to
Who needs a jingle, huh? Who needs a jingle?
There's serious problems on the trace, but we'll go into those in greater depth later. 7 o'clock.
Let's make it a good one.
Across the
It's becoming more of a yodel now, actually, the way I do it. Now, listen here, Ada Pooh. I got a letter here from someone whose signature is completely illegible. It says, Dear Simon, I've been listening to Radio 1 for a long time now. I always hate letters that start like that, because you know there's trouble coming.
Loaded.
And I've heard you comment on driving, from which I gather you don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you should be taking an advanced driving course. Course spelt C-O-R-S-E.
I didn't know you were, Simon.
I'm not! It's a complaint, and it's come to me. Do you want this?
Isn't it funny? We've had about 500-600 letters from people saying, what a fantastic idea. We'd love to get involved with it. And the only one person who writes a critical letter sends it to the wrong person.
Oh, I know. I don't like that. I'd like to read the weather on your programme, please.
I'll see you later.
Simon Mayo, good morning, Radio 1.
Am I really?
Yes.
Yes, it does indeed appear as though I am. Good morning, 1 minute past 7. Hey, listen, we've made it to Friday already, a short week, hooray. Why couldn't all week start on Tuesday? What a good idea. It's Friday the 2nd of September, St. Todger's Day today again, 246th day of the year. We start with a groovy tune from Amy Grant. We thought we'd start with a little inspirational tune from Amy Grant, Lead Me On. I'm having Bombay mix for breakfast this morning. It's all I could find, because the only thing that was lying around the studio. I'd have had toast if there was any here, but Bombay mix will do nicely, thank you. Just don't come too close. Amy Grant, good song. We have a cast of thousands on the breakfast crew today. Not just Beatrice, not just Rod. The programme today is going to feature Peter Powell, Dave Lee Travis, Mark Goodiebag, The Proclaimers. Who else we got? Almost anybody that we can find. All helping us out with our new FM promotion. More about that in just a second. And the chart beater, and the experience, and more music than any other radio station can come near. So good morning to Rob McKenzie with the latest breakfast show headlines.
Good morning, Simon and Beatrice. It's been revealed that 2 IRA suspects being held in West Germany have been on the run from the police in Northern Ireland for several years. One is wanted for questioning in connection with an attempted murder. The other is wanted by detectives investigating plots to kill policemen. Some areas are still being hit by the effects of the postal strike. There's a big backlog of letters, and in some places staff are still on strike. We've got a report for you at 7:30. And there's a claim today that changes in bus services caused by more competition have led to more expensive fares and fewer passengers. Those are the headlines at 11 minutes past 7.
Thank you, Rod. Would you like some Bombay mix?
Yeah, please.
Oh, dear.
Come over here.
Music station.
It's just all gone, actually.
Britain's favorite Radio 1.
There is only 1 FM.
Okay, it's Friday, so we need a brand new chart beater. Well done, by the way. Pat yourself on the back, or get someone else to do it for you. And because you got Phil Collins straight in at number 9, we're after another big hit. 0898 700 86 is the number. 0898 700 86, followed by the number of your choice. It may well be number 1 for Michael Jackson. You might dial 2 for Glenn Medeiros, Long and Lasting Love. Dial 3 for The Associates, Heart of Glass. Dial 4 for Vixen, Edge of a Broken Heart. 5 for Elton John and Town of Plenty. Skin Deep from Cher, dial 6.
Every time I see your face, I go skin deep. Now I'm gonna find myself sweet.
Dial 7 for Kevin Rowland tonight. Well, this morning, Now. Dial 8 for Bill Withers and Lovely Day. The Sunshine Mix, to go with the Bombay Mix. Dial 9 for David Lee Roth, Stand Up. Dial 0 for the new one from the Mac Band and Stalemate. Here, this is Stalemate. OK, so the chart beater today is 0898 700 86, followed by 1 for Michael Jackson, 2 for Glenn Medeiros, 3 for The Associates, 4 for Vixen, 5 for Elton John, 6 for Cher, 7 for Kevin Rowland, 8 for Bill Withers, 9 for David Lee Roth, 0 for the Mac Band, and it's 0898 700 86. The number is in the Radio Times, if you didn't catch that down. You have 29 minutes to vote. Got to get your vote in before 7:45 this morning.
Radio 1 FM.
Right, now, just a brief reminder on the chart beater. Here I am, still out of your left-hand speaker. You've got just a couple of minutes. You better move quickly. 0898 700 86. Perhaps you could move me from left to right while I'm reading this. Dial number 1 for Michael Jackson. Dial 2 for Glenn Medeiros. 3 for The Associates. There I go. 4 for Vixen. Gosh, it's strange over here. 5 for Elton John. 6 for Cher. 7 for Kevin Rowland. 8 for Bill Withers. Here I am in the middle. 9 for David Lee Roth. There I go. And 0 for the Mac Band. Get your call in now. You just got about 60 seconds. Your vote does count. I prefer it in the middle. I feel more balanced. Here comes Aha and Touchy. I'm all unstable. Thank you for all your votes on the chart beater. The phone lines are now closed. Give you the results after the headlines. That's Touchy from Aha at number 12. Final A to Z stories today. We bid farewell just for the moment anyway. School Report will be back on Monday. Don't forget to drop us a line mentioning your new form and your new classmates and your new teacher and all that kind of stuff. 13 minutes to now. This is what we've got. Susie from Sevenoaks. We've got a couple of Olympic-type ones to start with. Athletic blokes cavorting down east forcefully grabbed hairy Ishmaelites, jumping kangaroo-like. Mind-numbed Olympic participants questioned rabble suitability. They unanimously vociferated, "We're xenophobic, you zombies." I just quite like mentioning rabbles in there, and vociferated was a good new word. Thank you, Susie from Sevenoaks. We'll finish with this classic from Will Johnson in Sevenoaks, who, now I'm sure we've had this before. Once he started, he basically couldn't stop. After breakfast, Colin drove extremely fast, guiding his immaculate Jaguar keenly Londonwards. Much nervous overtaking posed questions regarding safety. Though unusual vibration was experienced, yet, zooming along blisteringly, Colin dozed. Expectedly, fate's grim hand intervened, juddering, knocking large metal nuts off prolifically. Quick return shaft twisted. Unheeding violent warnings, expected year 0, airborne briefly, Colin dreadfully expired. I think that was rather brilliant. Thank you, Will. Who would have thought it? With 52% of the vote. Michael Jackson's the new chart beater. Another part of me.
Radio 1 weather.
Yeah, I think I've got all that. 9 minutes past 8. Here's Beatty doing the weather.
OK, Symes. England and Wales will have a few sunny intervals today, believe it or not. Sounds incredible. Showers will be heavy in places. Northern regions having some prolonged rain, especially this morning. Tonight, the showers largely clearing inland before further rain approaches the southwest by dawn tomorrow. Eastern Scotland having some sunshine as well. Otherwise, Scotland and Northern Ireland dull with periods of rain before it becomes more showery later today or overnight. It'll be windy all over, with the average UK temperature being about 15 degrees, but it'll feel colder in the wind. It'll be gales in the west. It'll continue that way for much of the day. The outlook for Saturday and Sunday, further showers, but the south having more persistent rain tomorrow. This is Beatrice, Ada, Leighton John reporting for Millicent Mayo's Morning Munch.
Thank you. Level 42 in just a second. Right now at 10 past 8, Rod McKenzie has the latest headlines.
Thank you, Simon. The security forces in Northern Ireland are on alert today as the funerals of 2 IRA brothers killed in an SAS ambush on Tuesday are held. The police want to stop the funerals being turned into a paramilitary display. The Swedish Navy has dropped depth charges on what's thought to be a foreign submarine trapped in a fiord. The narrow entrances have been sealed off with netting. Postal services in Liverpool, Hull, Manchester, Cardiff and London's West End are still being badly affected by unofficial industrial action. Those are the headlines at exactly 11 minutes past 8.
Stereo FM, Britain's favourite Radio 1.
Tamata wakatangi hangi kuwe uo tamataya tuli puka kapiki monga hora nuku poka wena wakatana tahu mataku waitanga nuru kawa mikito.
Simon Bates, solid summer gold.
No matter what you are.
Simon Bates is playing solid summer gold. Yes, it is. All right.
Solid summer gold.
solid summer gold.
No, I can't forget this evening, or your face is you.
Well, it's the last day of Solid Summer Gold. What a title for a summer like this. 17 minutes to 10. On Monday, the Golden Hour returns between 9:30 and 10:30. And our tune's on at 11 o'clock. We'll keep the hits coming till 10:30 on the last Solid Summer Gold.
Thank you, Alan.
Radio 1.
Attention.
His Majesty, live in concert, is the place to be.
It's Robbie Vincent.
Robbie Vincent with the sound of Saturday special effects. You'll actually be able to hear them now. More people than ever are using 2 ears as FM spreads across the UK. Special effects, the whispers. Now, how would you like the postman to knock at your door with a Chapter 8 or Melba Moore album? Stick with us, and the postman could well be doing that.
If it moves, how you say, I funk it.
Robbie Vincent with the sound of Saturday. It's Radio 1, 1053, 1089, and a lot more FM too.
Rick James says Robbie Vincent has essential rhythms. You know what? Rick James is never wrong.
And from Rick James and Wonderful to the Pasadenas, riding on a train. Some excellent Pete Wingfield production. Riding on a Train, the Pasadenas. Doesn't it sound better in stereo? A special Sound of Saturday warm welcome to you in central Scotland, the north of England and the Midlands, using both ears for the first time. And don't worry, South Wales and South West England, FM coming your way on September the 29th. And then towards the end of November, we'll be mashing your yard in stereo in Belfast, Oxfordshire, Berkshire, Buckinghamshire and Hampshire too.
Hi, this is Freddie Jackson. I'll tell you one thing. Robbie Vincent has essential rhythms.
Goodier, across the UK, for you and me, Britain's favourite Radio 1.
Follow Robbie, they said. So we will. Welcome to the Mark Goodier Saturday Night Show. Hope you've had a good week and a good weekend so far. Bomb the bass to start. Wow, has it been an exciting week on Radio 1 or what? We switched on FM on Thursday in Scotland, the North, and also the Midlands. It's sounding so good all over the country now. And stereo Top of the Pops as well, which was brilliant. Did you see Lorraine from Bomb the Bass? I was staggered to learn on Thursday that she's got 2 kids, aged 12 and 7. She only looks about 21. The Mark Goodier Show in full effect. Got a session tonight from Breed. We have Love at 11. More new members for the 2200 Club, so if you've written, it could be you that gains entry to the world's most exclusive late-night radio club this week. Plus, cracking up. How's your brain? Is it in gear? Good, because it'll need to be a bit later on.
Cracking up.
Is that the easiest ever or what? I reckon so anyway. The songs we played you there, all scratched up in Cracking Up, were Voyage, Voyage by Desireless, I'm Your Man by Wham and Little Red Corvette by Prince, in no particular order. And we have a winner of £25 worth of record tokens. It's congratulations to Kevin McIntosh, who lives in Inverurie in Aberdeenshire. Well done, mate.